Hello and how you doing, and welcome back to Two Jagoffs. I am your host, Austin Carnes, right here in Point Park University's Media Hub. And ladies and gentlemen, today we are bringing on a special guest for this crazy NFL free agency that's been taking place. As you can see, Lucas Coons is not here, which honestly, thank goodness. I kind of needed a break from him, but he said it's spring break and he wanted to take some time off. So whatever, Lucas, take your time off. I'm kind of glad you're not here. For once, I'm actually safe. But this week's guest, I know I'm going to be safe with because he is someone I've gotten to know pretty well over the last couple semesters here at Point Park. He is a broadcast reporting major and one half of the Thielet and Graves podcast. Please welcome the one and only Issac Graves.
What's going on? What's going on?
It's great to see you, my friend.
It's great to see you.
Thank you for coming down and doing this. I only feel it's necessary for me to have you on because obviously I had Ryan on in, what was it, November, December, something like that.
Yeah, it was a little while ago.
Yeah, and then I was on your podcast, and now you're on mine again, so it's a little back and forth action.
Yeah, we might as well just keep the cycle going.
May as well. All right, well, I'll be back on next summer with you or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
We'll make it work. But it's good to see you. I do apologize for the awful weather outside. It feels like every time I do a podcast and I have a guest on, it's like the shittiest weather outside.
Well, it is what it is. I mean, I'm used to it.
It's Pittsburgh.
Yep.
One day it's going to be raining, one day it's going to be 60, and the next day it's going to be like snowing or something.
At least it's warm enough to wear shorts. So
that is true.
I'll take that.
Hey, you're rocking the shorts today. I love it. But I do want to get into talking about a lot of different sports because NFL is crazy right now. Obviously, the NHL is crazy. I see you in your Pens gear right now. There's a lot of crazy sports. But for the viewers who may not know you too well, let's get to know you just a little bit. So you go to Point Park University. Mm-hmm. You do broadcast reporting. Tell me what brought you to Point Park University.
Yeah, so I'm from Pittsburgh. I grew up. I mean, to be honest, before I right at the start of high school, I had no intention of like broadcasting or doing anything in the realm. I thought I was gonna end up being like a computer science major, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, because I grew up like a huge tech nerd, so I was always into like programming and that kind of thing, even though I'm not really that great at it. But then I started doing broadcasting my sophomore year of high school, in a program that Career in Entertainment Technology. If any of you are from the Pittsburgh area, you know Pittsburgh Public Schools, you know that's a thing. But I started with that. I really got into it. My teacher for that 3-year course is actually the replay operator for the Penguins, so that's how I got a lot of these connections and got in. But yeah, then I really started getting into broadcasting, and then I knew I liked sports as I was growing up, but I didn't really follow them that closely. I never took the time to get invested in them. So it wasn't really until COVID that I really started getting into it. It was kind of a combination of things. COVID was one thing. My dad, who was a huge sports fan, passed away just right before COVID. And that really kind of brought it forward for me. So that was a big thing of really getting me into sports. I knew I was, and being from Pittsburgh, I was like, okay, I might as well just stick with all this Pittsburgh sports teams. Even though I kind of got into the fandom right as they all started to, let's just be honest, go to shit. But
there it is. I was waiting for it.
But yeah, that was one thing. But then I applied to a lot of different schools for broadcasting, some even for film production. So it was a very long process to me getting here, but I really liked what Point Park had to offer in terms of the broadcasting program, and that I could jump in to, working at UView Television day one. I've been doing that for, I guess, all 4 years. I kind of did take a year off because of my one job, but I've been doing it for pretty much all 4 years I've been here, and it's been an amazing experience. So I really owe a lot to being in the broadcasting program.
And was Point Park your first initial choice? Because I know you said you applied to multiple colleges, or was that kind of like a last resort?
I wouldn't say it was a last resort. Before I applied, I really didn't know a lot about the school, but as I really looked into it, my initial choice, I actually never even finished the application to because the requirements were ridiculous. My dream school was Florida State.
Okay, Florida State.
Yeah, because I really like what they had to offer, but tuition, high as all hell. And most of my family, well, I do have a lot of family in Florida, but they're not, but FSU is in like northern Florida. Most of my family is down in like central to southern Florida. So it didn't really make a ton of sense. So I was like, I'm not really going to go forward with that. So So if I was going to stick here, Pitt was my number one choice, but their financial aid is not good. It's not good.
Not at all.
But I don't need to get deep into financials or anything like that. But yeah, so I kept looking more into Point Park. I really like what they had to offer. And then when I was really into the heavy, like when I was really getting into broadcasting, like Austin said, you've had mostly sports comm majors on. You're a sports comm major yourself. Mm-hmm. I am not a sports comm major, even though I do mostly sports broadcasting. But when I came here, I figured I was going to do hard news. I really thought I was going to report and like anchor just straight hard news. But then I was like, oh, this shit is depressing as all hell.
Indeed.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm going to stay away from that and I'm going to get into sports. And never really looked back.
And I mean, that's pretty darn cool that you say that because, like you said, I did have so many sports comm majors on, and so many of their paths where they were like, oh my gosh, I'm like the biggest sports fanatic growing up. I'm going to do this, this, and this. But you kind of came in thinking like, oh, I'm just going to do news. And then you kind of fell in love with the rest of this stuff.
Yeah.
I know you also met your podcasting partner too, Ryan Thielet.
Yeah. So as you said, I am part of the Thielet and Graves podcast. Ryan, normally we would shoot an episode. We shoot an episode every week. Normally we shoot on Mondays, but Ryan is on a beach, so decided to fully take a week off.
A beach? What beach?
Myrtle Beach.
Oh, lucky bastard.
Yeah. So he's off doing whatever he's doing. So we're trying to get more social media content out there, but yeah, we're just sort of taking the week off, but we'll be back next week. But yeah, we've been doing the show for just over a year now. We hit 1 year on February 3rd.
Congrats.
And yeah, it's been a ton of fun to do. I've always enjoyed being in front of a microphone, whether that's, podcasting, whether that's vocal practice, whether that's, like singing. I just always enjoyed this kind of stuff. So to get into something that I can do consistently, like this podcast, it's been a lot of fun. And I want to keep continuing it after I leave here.
What was the initial start with it? Like, who approached who on it? Like, how did you guys come together to actually start the podcast?
We started it together, our podcasting class, our junior year. We were just, we were obviously in that class, you get tasked with creating a podcast. Mm-hmm. We were initially going to do the class. You only had to do 3 episodes. By the end of that class, I think we had 8 done already.
Wow.
And we were just like, yeah, let's just keep going. Let's just keep doing this. And by the end of this month, we will actually hit episode 50, which is insane.
Big 50. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty awesome. So our whole mantra is we're just 2 dudes like to yap about sports. We say a lot of stupid shit. we just yap until we can't anymore, basically.
Yap until you can't yap no more.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Practical Joker's opening line.
Yeah. Really I never actually used that on the show, but I might have to start using that.
I think you might have to. You might have something there, actually. And it was a delight being on your show as well. I do apologize, actually. I know you edited that episode. I was in a neck brace at the time. I don't know if you remember or not. I was in a neck brace because I got dropped on my head by some guy named John. So
you have to do less apologizing than Thielet has to because he fucking forgot to turn the camera on for 36 whole minutes, and I had to substitute stupid shit onto the screen. So thanks, Thielet. You made my job harder.
You did make his job harder, too. And in all honesty, I probably should take some blame, too, because as someone who's been doing podcasting for over 3 years, I probably should have noticed there was no red lights. So.
You're not responsible for his fuck-ups.
But I was already in a whole different mindset because I was worried about my neck and stuff. So I have a pass.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Thielet, you fucked up.
You done fucked up.
You done fucked up, Thielet. Come on, bro. Get your shit together. Thielet had to deal with Lucas while he was here, too. So at least you get that whole side to yourself.
Yeah, I don't know the whole Lucas story, but Lucas, you seem like a jackwad.
A jackwad? I like that. It's better than jag off because I'm the jag off. So yeah. We'll take that. We'll take that one bit. I know the Thielet and Graves podcast has also been helping out and partnering with some other podcasts at Point Park too, which is pretty cool. 2 Jagoffs, We Are Family, Have a Shift Day, and obviously Thielet and Graves have created, I guess, the podcasting games or the pod games or whatever we're kind of going, whatever moniker we're going with.
Yeah, pod games. So we just recently played deck hockey. I have no clue when that is actually going to come out. Shout out to Jake Bell for actually editing all of this and taking all the time to do it. He did great with the football episode, and
he edited my 2 Jagoffs live too. Absolutely, Jake Bell, shout out to you, man.
Yeah,
amazing job.
What a guy. But yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun. So for the football back in December, it was me and Thielet. Because we're only 2 people, we have to pair up. We have to pair up with one of the other podcasts. So we were paired up with We Are Family for that one. Beat the shit out of Have a Shift Day. I'm just gonna say that right now. If you haven't watched that, I don't know if you want to put it in your description or what.
Oh yeah, it'll be there. Yeah.
It's always in our podcast description, so you can always go over there. But hockey, when that comes out, this time we were partnered with Have a Shift A. That, yeah. As you can tell by the sigh, it didn't go great. For one thing, we just it was the biggest upset of, almost said the century, but that doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Definitely of the year.
Yeah, of the year. Yeah, that was a massive upset, getting cooked by We Are Family and their minions.
I didn't even know some of those people, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I guess they're minions.
The We Are Family minions, is that what we're calling them?
I guess so. But yeah, that they won 5-3. Fun. But yeah.
Yeah, depressing story.
That was one thing that we just didn't do well. I played horribly because I don't know how to defense. I don't know how to defense. And Thielet had a hell of a night. I think he had a 3-point night. But then Have a Shift A. I hope he's recovered by now, but Ryan Jones got a full-blown concussion.
Is it actually confirmed it was a concussion?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he went to the hospital that night. It was rough. But I hope he's good now. He's probably at home. Jonesy, if you're watching this, we hope you're good, buddy. But yeah, that was a time.
Yeah, it was interesting. Is that like giving you a hard time too?
No, I mean,
if it is, just pop that bad boy up in the middle and he'll stay.
That's what we've been. I mean, we shot an episode in here last year.
Yeah.
And our most viral, we have like this in our intro. If you listen to our show, you hear Thielet just doing this stupid little wee. That was from him, this mic drifting. He was just like looking at it. He was just like, wee.
Oh, yeah, let's the thing go down.
Yeah. Well, it was actually going to the side.
It was going to, oh, yeah, that's the yellow mic. The yellow one, like, it'll slowly go away.
Yeah. So that's where that came from.
That's a little background context.
Oh, yeah. So that was a meme. But
yeah, I was gonna say, if that thing gives you a hard time, I'll just pop that bad boy up and we'll make it work.
Cool holding it too.
You're cool holding it? All right, I'm cool with that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the podcast games were fun. I was obviously the broadcaster for people who don't know this. I'm part of 2 Jagoffs, but my other fellow Jagoffs aren't usually there. Nick Brown sometimes on commentary with me, but
yeah, he was there for the football one.
He was there for football. Couldn't make it for deck hockey. He'll be back for basketball hopefully. So
hopefully, I don't know when we're doing that.
Yeah, we gotta figure that out still.
We got to do that.
We have to. That's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be the commentator for this. And I must say, as someone who has never quite called deck hockey, I did not treat it like a broadcast at all, just so you know. Connor Howard was our sole cameraman for this, too. So shout out to Connor, by the way, for doing an amazing job.
Yeah.
I got bored halfway throughout the broadcast, so I decided just to start bringing him on the broadcast with me. So he was doing color commentary and camera work.
Yeah, I was I kind of caught a glimpse of it because I was on the bench for a lot of the like second half of the game. Yeah. And I was like... Oh.
Yeah, I was like, I need a color guy for this. I was like, this is not going too well. And then I think it was Edme and Luca were there as well as fans.
Yeah.
and I was like, well, you know what? We have a whopping audience of 2 people tonight. So.
What a crowd. I mean, hey.
What a crowd.
If you haven't had the crowd on 2 Jagoffs yet, I almost call this podcast Have a Shift Day because I'm so used to them being in here.
Yeah,
my God, what is wrong with me?
I was about to say, they're in here. There's We Are Family in here.
Yeah.
There's a lot in here.
We're the only main podcast that usually shoots in the CMI because it just works for 2 people.
That is true. I didn't even think about that, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have so many. I've been booking so many wrestlers that come in and out here, and I don't know if I could fit them in the CMI respectfully.
No, we struggle enough with 3 people in there. We've tried 4 twice. Well, I'll just say the first time we did it, Nick Schermito spent half the time off the screen because he disappears.
He disappeared.
Yeah, and then the other time we had to just squeeze together, and then like I'm cut off. Like I'm like half cut off, so that's great. But it worked.
Filming in the CMI, gotta love it.
Yeah, it's perfect.
So obviously the podcast game is going to be taking place again soon. I have no clue, but Jake Bell will be releasing that probably on their platform soon enough. They'll tag all of us like usual.
Yep.
And then basketball is the next one. I got to ask, have a shift that you mentioned it was the biggest upset. I'm shocked that the hockey podcast lost in the hockey game. Does Thielet and Graves have the upper hand in basketball? Is there a little basketball experience with you and Ryan here, or what's the deal there?
Experience, I guess you could kind of say that. Very limited experience. Like I played when I was a lot younger, not well, but I played. That's about all I can say. I have absolutely no idea. I'm assuming he's better than I am. I don't have a huge advantage because I'm short, but
is the defense not going to defense this game too, I'm assuming?
We'll see. I'm probably better at defense in basketball than I ever am in hockey because I don't know how to control my stick.
Just Draymond someone if you have to, you know.
Yeah.
Just Draymond someone.
Yeah. But maybe we'll have some additional minions, including someone who is very good and also has size. Yeah. I don't mean to make your job harder. I'm not. I know Lucas does that enough.
Yeah, Lucas does that enough by putting shit on the screen all the time.
Putting fucking Matt Hardy on the screen.
Oh my God, you said it. Look what you did. He's on the screen now. I hope you know. Look what you did, Isaac. Lucas is probably laughing at home right now.
I was laughing my ass off even though I didn't really know what was going on when I saw the clip.
Well, there's this thing that we did back when we were at the old studio where we didn't have a camera, so we would just put pictures up on the screen, and Lucas would get bored and be like, you know what, Austin, just put a picture of Matt Hardy on the screen. Change it up. So it doesn't matter what was on the screen. He would change it, and it would be Matt Hardy. All right, Matt, take out Matt Hardy off the screen. Boom, he's gone now. No more Matt Hardy. But he also does this thing with the Kellers, too. You've probably seen that, the Keller segment. It makes no sense. He finds the most random Kellers, which I don't think exist, but they're on Google, so I guess they have to.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh.
You should be blessed you don't have to deal with that every week. Ryan Thielet is probably a treat compared to what Lucas Coons is.
Yeah, he still makes me bleep like 80 times an episode, but, you know,
does he?
that's one thing.
You don't think he does it just for fun? Like, he just wants to get under your skin a little bit and be like, you know what, fuck, and just say it a bunch of times?
I don't think he really does that. I think it's just like, I think it's more of just a fun thing, but yeah, it as someone who is, you know, severely ADHD and like, you know, can't sit still for more than 20 minutes, I'm just like, this episode's going to be late. Okay. That's like a weekly tweet. It's like, hey, this episode's going to be delayed because I'm a lazy ass.
And I also have to bleep Ryan a million times.
Yep.
Love it. Well, I do want to talk some sports with you now, Isaac. Free agency has been absolutely insane.
Oh, my God.
NFL free agency has been insane. I haven't had really a chance to talk about it on this podcast with the last couple wrestling interviews that I've done. But
yeah.
The NFL is crazy right now. You're the resident Steelers fan of this episode right now because obviously I am unfortunately a Cardinals fan for those who don't know already.
Oof.
The Steelers have been making some big moves, though. I saw Michael Pittman Jr. is now a Pittsburgh Steeler. Cam Hayward is back. Kenneth Gainwell is now down in Tampa Bay. So a lot of moving parts right now with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Rico Dowdle has joined the team. I'm going to go to you on this one first. Instead of breaking it down one by one, let's just do a collective whole. What's your thoughts on the team and going into next year now?
I generally like what they brought in. Now, Kenneth Gainwell was like the first thing that happened. Well, I guess Pittman happened first and then Kenneth Gainwell. Mm-hmm. I was out running a bunch of errands that day, so I wasn't really paying attention to my phone that much. But like when I was seeing things come in and I saw Kenneth Gainwell to the Bucs, I was like, I'm pretty sure I broke the sound barrier. I was so pissed. But that, yeah, he had such a good year last year, so I was like, why did he have to leave? I don't like that. But it is what it is. But Rico Dowdle is in now. I really liked what he's done in Carolina, so I'm very excited to see what he can do. But also, I don't know. I'm wondering if they might try to bring in another guy, and maybe Warren gets shipped out.
Oh, okay.
Now that's probably not going to happen. And I think the tandem of Rico Dowdle and Jalen Warren is just going to be nasty. But the Steelers, they need a quarterback. They do need this thing called a quarterback.
Seems pretty important.
Yeah. Please don't bring in Kyler Murray. No offense to a Cardinals fan.
I mean, why not? You don't want Kyler at all?
Not
even the slightest?
Well, I want a guy who can see over the O-line for one thing.
Okay, that's fair. That's objectively fair, I guess.
Yeah. I don't really have anything against Kyler. I mean, his mindset towards the game is one thing. You know, I'm like, I don't know. I wonder if there's like, if we know the full story, like if him, you know, being Call of Duty is the full story, to be honest. Like, I'm a little skeptical, even, you know, how many years into his career is he's like, this was like his 7th year.
Mm-hmm.
So
been since 2019.
Yeah. So I'm like skeptical if that's, you know, if I don't even really know how to word that, but like, I think he likes the game more than people think. I could be completely wrong, but maybe.
So you're not sold on Kyler Murray coming to the Steelers, but you think the running back room could use some adjustments. Is that what I'm getting at this?
Like, if we stick with Dowdle and Warren, I'll be happy. I will absolutely be happy.
Where does Caleb Johnson play into this? Are you a Caleb Johnson guy at all?
After that fumble against the Seahawks, I mean, I'm willing to give him one more year, but if he does some stupid shit like that again, I'm like, get out of here, buddy. Like, you know.
No, I feel it's funny. I was actually having a conversation with Lucas off camera about this because that was one of our big disagreements was the running back room. I'm personally not sold on it whatsoever. I mean, I like the Rico Dowdle edition. I'm not fully sold on Jalen Warren being that running back one that is going to be in there. And then I'm not sold on Johnson either. I think the Steelers messed up not taking Scadaboo that year.
Yeah, yeah. Scadaboo was such a late pick.
I was shocked that Pittsburgh passed up on him. I was like, really? For Johnson?
And like, I don't know. Caleb Johnson could be something. He could be, but at least he wasn't a first round pick.
That is true.
That's all I'll say. That play against the Seahawks, the live ball,
still haunts you. I could tell. I can see you playing the flashback in your head as you're speaking about it. Oh,
yeah, I don't like that. But yeah, I mean, I'd be willing to give Caleb Johnson one more shot, but I'm not confident.
Well, how about this wide receiver room now? Michael Pittman Jr., DK Metcalf. Calvin Austin's still a free agent at the moment of this recording, so we don't know if he's fully back yet. But, I mean, I'm not going to lie. This seems a lot more stacked compared to what it was last year.
It's a lot better. It makes me less sad about getting rid of George Pickens, even though George Pickens has the attitude problems of all time. When the Cowboys franchise tagged George Pickens, I was like, congratulations, you're about to piss him off. You're just about to piss him off to no end. Look, I give George Pickens a lot of credit because yes, his stats on paper weren't the best when in the 3 years he was with Pittsburgh, but just go back and watch the highlight tape. Just go back and watch it. He was unbelievable. Some of those catches, the 50 years after the Immaculate Reception to go up against the Raiders, that was unbelievable. So I really liked what he did. And honestly, if Mike Tomlin was out of here sooner, I don't think we would have had the problems with Pickens that we ended up having.
I can agree with that. I mean, you look at the wide receiver history with Pittsburgh, the Antonio Browns of the world, the Juju Smith-Schusters of the world. I mean, the list just goes on and on. The Bryants of the world.
Who's more of a Mr. CTE? Antonio Brown or Cam Scadaboo?
Oh, I would say right now AB, but if Scadaboo keeps playing the way he's playing, he might be.
But Scadaboo makes it funny. Antonio Brown
true.
Is just
nuts.
He's just a fucking maniac. So,
hey, I mean, Scadaboo and Jackson Dart's bringing some much-needed swagger to New York, so I'll take it. I'll take the much-needed swagger. But yeah, Scadaboo, my gosh, he runs like he's running full speed into a brick wall every time.
Yeah, And then the amount of memes online about him banging his head off a brick wall.
I was looking at the reference from. Yeah, it's just insane. I love Scatterboo though. I've always been a fan of Scatterboo.
Look, I watch the TikTok NFL guys a lot. You know, you got Mega Casuals, you got Ben Schwarmer Brand, Tom Grossi on YouTube.
Oh, Grossi's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Just the Scatterboo memes are the funniest thing in the world. Like,
Oh my gosh. I mean, then you have Jameis Winston on that team too. I mean, that whole team's a meme if you really think about it. That whole team's a meme.
Oh my God. And maybe they should just bring in Juju.
I mean, maybe. Why not? Bring in Juju.
Honestly, he probably wouldn't be bad for that team. No, being honest.
I mean, Juju, Malik Neighbors. I mean, they just got rid of Wan'Dale Robinson. Who knows?
Yeah. And honestly, I don't really think Darius Slayton is that great.
I'm not sold on Slayton yet.
No.
I'm not sold.
No.
And then who's the dude from Tennessee that was drafted in the later rounds a couple years ago? How about he's still Hyatt, Jalen Hyatt.
That's right.
Hyatt, yeah. I thought Hyatt was going to do something special, but very slow production on his end.
Very slow.
I do want to address the elephant in the room, though, for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Rodgers. At the moment of this recording, he's not yet signed with the team, officially made a decision. I know there's a lot of speculation that he could be brought back as the Steelers quarterback. You didn't mention that. I'm assuming that you're not sold on him back as a Steeler. What are your thoughts on that?
I was impressed with him last season. Okay. You know, when they first signed him, I was like, oh, this is not going to go well. We're going to go like 7-10. We're going to miss the playoffs. We're going to have a high draft pick. And honestly, I thought that's what they should have done. But he exceeded my expectations. I thought, he played pretty damn well. And also, this was one of his more injury-prone years.
Yeah.
So, like, I thought he played pretty well. He stayed out of the spotlight mostly, which is what I was hoping he would do. And then, like, just the playoffs, that was a whole other thing. Like, the playoffs are just another season. And that was not good. But that Texans defense, they basically have an entire 53-man roster on defense.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I mean, when you put it like that, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how do you have such a mediocre offense and then have, like, the best defense I think I've ever seen outside of the Steel Curtain?
Yeah. It makes no damn sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw in the playoffs last year. It was just ridiculous. So,
yeah.
How many turnovers? What was it, 5 at one point?
I think it was 5. Well,
for Stroud?
Yeah, for CJ Stroud, I think it was like 4 or 5.
That's crazy. Yeah, and then the offense overall, it was probably more. Because I think it was what? Woody fumbled it too?
Yeah, I think Woody fumbled it. Oof.
Yeah, now they got Montgomery in there for that room. That'll be nice.
Yeah, they got Monty, and then they still have Woody Marks. I like that more than Woody Marks and
Joe Mixon.
Well, Joe Mixon didn't even play last year, so I don't even know who their backup was last year.
Yeah, who was their backup? Actually, now I think about it, I don't even remember.
Yeah, because Singletary was gone at that point.
Yeah, Singletary was gone. Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, Marks and Montgomery is certainly good. And then Lions replaced Montgomery with Pacheco. I don't even think that's that bad of a move either.
I really like that,
Pacheco's running back 2 behind Gibbs. Hell yeah, because Gibbs is going to get paid. So,
yeah.
It makes total sense. What about, so if the Steelers don't bring back Aaron Rodgers, in your case necessarily, what do they do at quarterback? Because Mason Rudolph is still there. Obviously, Will Howard has yet to see the field during regular season action. There's still a Kirk Cousins on the market. There's still a Kyler Murray on the market. There's a lot of other backups out there. I mean, where does Pittsburgh go from here?
Well, I will start by saying this. Anybody but Mason Rudolph, please.
All right, I'm glad you're not one of those Steelers fans that think Mason is the future.
I cannot stand Mason Rudolph. Look, that little 4-game run he had back in 2023, that was great. You haven't had that since. You were dog shit last year. So you can go anywhere but here. Yeah. Kirk Cousins, no. Just no. Because I just don't think he's the same quarterback after the Achilles injury.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like how he's played at all. His first game back from the Achilles injury was against the Steelers, and I go and look back at that game a lot, and I'm like, he can't even move. Like he literally, he's like stock still in the pocket. And I'm like, dude,
do something.
Like, why would you start him day one if he's gonna play like that? So, yeah, I mean, look, I've said this. Thielet has pushed back on me a lot by saying this. I think they should trade for Mac Jones.
Ooh, okay.
I think that would be really smart for this offense. Like, I know he said that it would just be, same shit all over again. But I don't know. I really liked how Mac Jones played in San Francisco this past year. Mm-hmm. So I think he'd be decent here. So that's where I stand.
Now, if they trade for Mac Jones, is that where you're content with being the quarterback room, Jones, Howard, Rudolph, or would you still want someone else to come in and compete or draft someone in the later rounds?
I would probably draft someone in the later rounds.
Okay.
I mean, I saw the interview that Rodgers did with McAfee a couple days ago. I saw that Will Howard, that Rodgers was sort of mentoring Will Howard, and it looked decent at times. Some of the reports I was seeing out of camp weren't very good. But so I'm not ready to give up on Will Howard. I think for being a 6th round draft pick, I still want to think he's a steal. Mm-hmm. But time will tell with Will Howard. But I will take a guy I will take an equivalent to Trey Lance in the 3 spot in place of Mason Rudolph, please.
It's an interesting take. I actually really like the way Mac Jones played last year too, and it reminds me of kind of what Sam Darnold did in Minnesota, if you think about it, because Darnold came in not really on the best streak, sat in Shanahan's system for a while. He started one game, then went to Minnesota.
Right.
I mean, who knows? Mac Jones sat in Shanahan's system for some time now. Maybe he can go somewhere and actually change his career around. I'm not saying he's going to go to the Super Bowl like Darnold did, but
no. I mean,
he can still at least maybe win some games for a franchise.
If he comes here, nobody's going to the Super Bowl with this Steelers team. Even with a whole new coaching regime, it's
just yeah.
It's.
Are you sold on Mike McCarthy?
I didn't love the hire, but I'm also willing to give it a chance. So I think it could be. I want to see how it goes. I want to give it some time and see how it goes. But I was like, they really. It wasn't even like they hired him, that late into the coaching cycle. Like, there were still guys available. But, Pittsburgh guy, he's... Like, I know a lot of people have called him Mike Tomlin 2.0, and I don't necessarily disagree with that. But I'm willing to give it a chance. I'm definitely willing to see what he can do.
I'm excited to see him too. I just know the speculation that's been going around the league has been, it's just a hometown hire. That's the only reason why. I've seen that. Here's the thing, though. I actually respect the fact that he's came in and completely wiped the coaching staff and has kind of implemented his own guys.
Yeah.
I thought that was admirable because my biggest complaint with Mike Tomlin was how he treated it like it was a family business. He would only keep his inner circle in. And
Right.
It would literally take multiple games being lost or multiple things happening and multiple moving parts to actually move on from someone. I mean, look at the Matt Canada situation. That was god-awful.
Oh, my God. Yeah, Matt Canada was terrible. I think Arthur Smith was underratedly bad.
Yeah, he was awful too.
Yeah, I don't even know what the thought process was there. Yes, Arthur Smith was a great OC in Tennessee. He was.
Mm-hmm.
He was a terrible head coach in Atlanta. He comes here, we're thinking oh yeah, this guy's just an OC. There are coaches that are more fit out to be coordinators than head coaches. And that's what I thought Arthur Smith was. And then he comes in and just looks like complete shit. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, it makes you really think what the hell was going through Tomlin's mind.
Yeah. And I'm worried that if this Mike McCarthy stint doesn't go well, then people are just going to come for Art Rooney's head.
Yeah.
And I don't want that to happen, but at the same time, I'm like, is it time for that to happen?
Is it time to finally make the move? Who knows?
Yeah. I don't know.
It's just a wait and kind of see thing. But there was
another Pittsburgh team should have done that the moment that he bought him.
I think I know what you're referencing.
I don't want to get in trouble, but
I know exactly what you're referencing. No worries. I do want to ask your opinion on this, though, because obviously the Steelers have been making moves, but another team that's been making moves, kinda, was the Baltimore Ravens. Now, I haven't had a chance to talk about this whole saga yet, so this is going to be fun, and I can't wait to cover this. Max Crosby was initially traded to the Baltimore Ravens from the Las Vegas Raiders, and correct me if I'm wrong, Isaac, it was 2 first-round picks.
It was.
2 first-round picks for Max Crosby. I think it was a day or two later, or a couple days later, whatever. Apparently, he failed a physical. Now he's back in Las Vegas, and now they're signing Trey Hendrickson to a blockbuster 4-year deal. I mean, like, what the hell is this all about?
Yeah, I'm very lost in the saga, but yeah, essentially, Max Crosby, the full statement that the Ravens put out was like there were medical concerns that arose during his physical. This guy got shut down for meniscus surgery. So is there something that he's just like not telling them? First off, you got to trust the team doctors more than the players themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I don't know if it's him doing something wrong. I don't know if it's the Ravens staff doing something wrong. I don't know what's going on, but that was unbelievable. I was in the middle of working. Like I was at the studio working the Penguins game, and I see that notification while I'm editing a video, and I'm like, what? What? Wow. And yeah, and you said it after after this all happened, then they signed Trey Hendrickson to a 4-year deal worth over $100 million. Cincy, you fucked up again. But yeah, so now Joe Burrow has to get murdered by not only TJ Watt and Myles Garrett, but now he also has to get murdered by someone who was formerly his teammate.
Twice a year.
That can't hurt at all.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
I mean, if you really think about it, Vegas, I don't know. Like, I saw a lot of people online was saying, like, oh, Vegas messed up big time. Vegas messed up big time. Did they really, though? I mean,
I don't think it was Vegas' fault at all. Like,
yeah. And, like, Baltimore, like, I don't think they necessarily lost out really that big of a deal either because, like, they got their 2 first-round picks back.
Yeah, I don't know where to throw the blame. Like, I have no idea where to throw the blame. But I don't think that Max Crosby's going to stay in Vegas.
No, not at all.
Honestly, well, because one thing, I don't think Vegas has the cap space to keep him on.
No, they really don't.
And, like, I don't think they want to keep him. I don't think he wants to stay there. So, we'll see what happens next. I see a lot of people saying, oh, yeah, the 49ers electrical substation is just waiting for him.
I saw that. I also saw the Dallas rumors, and I was like, oh, gosh, don't get me started.
Jerry Jones, yeah, in a fantasy world.
Mm-hmm.
In a fantasy world.
There's no way. I mean, they could have used a guy like Micah Parsons from Penn State. I don't know if you know this or not.
Yeah.
He was a pretty solid prospect at one point in time.
He was pretty good. He was pretty good.
He was pretty good. I feel like he would be like a perfect fit for the Cowboys. We've already seen AI images generated of him in Cowboys uniform before, so I don't know. I don't know. The Packers got a steal, though. Shout to Green Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout to the Green Bay Packers. But no, I don't know. I think Hendrickson is a good move. I know a lot of people were like saying, like, oh, well, Crosby's younger and Crosby's this, Crosby this. That's still Trey Hendrickson we're talking about. That's still a great
Trey
pass rusher to
Hendrickson.
have.
Trey Hendrickson has been top 5 in sacks for a couple years straight.
Thank you. Yes.
So, yeah, that's a good move. It's a lot of money, yes, but I think it's a pretty good move. So I wouldn't, like, bash that move this early.
Yeah, not at all. I feel like it was a solid move. We also had a quarterback carousel go on. There's a lot of quarterbacks finding new homes, and I'll rattle off a couple, and I want to hear your opinion on it. Geno Smith is back with the Jets. Go figure. Malik Willis got paid. He is a Miami Dolphin, and Tua is on his second team now, and that is the Atlanta Falcons. So now they got 2 injury-prone lefty quarterbacks.
Okay, starting with Geno Smith, it is the most Jets thing ever to have him before and after he was good.
That is so true.
The most Jets thing of all time.
They got him before he hit his prime and well after his prime.
Yeah. So I really hope that they're going to draft a guy.
Yeah.
I think they kind of got I think once they found out Dante Moore was going back to Oregon, is that his name?
Dante Moore, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think after they found out Dante Moore was going to Oregon, they were like, oh shit, what do we do now? Like, I think they were banking heavily on him becoming a New York Jet. But he probably didn't want to go there.
Which I don't blame him.
I don't blame him at all. Yeah, so I really hope they do something, even if it's bringing Kyler Murray.
That wouldn't be a bad move.
That wouldn't be a bad move for them. So, but free Breece Hall.
Yes.
Free Garrett Wilson.
I was about to say the same thing. Free Garrett Wilson, please. Garrett Wilson is my guy right there. I don't know what's wrong. And then Tua's a Falcon now too. I mean, that's pretty crazy. I don't know how I feel about that yet.
Matt Ryan, what's your plan here? Yeah, I don't look, it's a cheap deal. It could be fine. We don't know. We hope Penix is going to be ready to go for the start of the season. Mm-hmm. But the fact that he's torn his ACL 3 times is concerning to say the least. So I don't know what is next if some crazy injury happens for him again. So, like, now, yes, I know Tua has a history of injuries to a certain part of himself, and that has done some damage. So now you have 2 quarterbacks but one has knee injuries, one has a jelly brain.
And that's what they're working with right now.
Yeah.
Man.
So I don't love the move, but it's a 1-year deal. You can cut him if he's terrible. So it's not, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. Hey, you got out of the Kirk Cousins contract. Although you do have a lot of dead money in that.
Which I will say this right now. If Cousins goes in the Hall of Fame, you got to put that agent in that Hall of Fame too. That is the best NFL agent of all time.
Seriously.
I heard he might get $25 million a year if he signs with another team. I'm like, how?
What?
Yeah, that's what I saw online. I was like, there is no way this is true. The dirt sheets have to be lying. But I mean, hey, Atlanta sure does love their lefties,
Because what was his yearly contract with the Falcons? I know it was a $180 million contract total.
Yeah, it was like almost 200 guaranteed, I thought, or maybe a little over.
Yeah. Math is hard.
Yeah, math is way too hard. That's not a strong suit here at Point Park University. You are broadcast reporting. I am sports com. If we need a finance guy, we'll hit up downtown Nick Brown if we have to.
Yeah.
He could be the finance guy, even though he's banned from this podcast. But that's neither here nor there. It's not my decision either, Isaac. I swear, it's Lucas is going crazy, but that's besides the point. I know.
Invisible Lucas, what are you doing?
Yeah, Invisible Lucas, what are you doing? He'd take up a little more space than that, but yeah, I get what you're saying. But yeah, no, there is so much crazy moves in the NFL. Malik Willis is another one. That was the other one I want to get your opinion on. I am very shocked that he got paid, but I'm also very happy for him because coming out of college, and again, I'm the biggest Kenny Pickett guy. I love Pitt. Hail to Pitt. Go Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
But my goodness, I thought Malik Willis had tremendous talent, and he just had to be put in the right system. And what he did in Green Bay in those couple games, I mean, that was pretty solid. So I think this is well-deserved, in my opinion.
Yeah, and honestly, like, I thought he could have, found a home in Green Bay because let's be honest, like I don't think Jordan Love is a bad quarterback, but I think he's a little overrated.
I agree.
If I'm being honest. So like I thought Jordan Love could possibly end up getting traded, and like I know he's on a massive deal, but I thought Jordan Love could end up getting traded and Malik Willis could just be the starter there, but now Malik Willis is probably the starter in, I mean, you would hope for that contract he's a starter in Miami. I don't hate the contract. Now the question is, if he bombs out, what's the backup's name?
Quinn Ewers?
Quinn Ewers. I almost said Carson Beck. I can't.
Oh gosh.
I can't keep him straight. Yeah, I'm not a huge college football fan, so it is very hard for me to keep prospects straight.
I mean, hey, Miami, so.
Yeah. But Quinn Ewers, I didn't think he was good at all. You had Zach Wilson. I know he's a free agent now. You could bring him back. And yeah, you have some great options. Mm-hmm. You have some really great options there. But no, I'm interested to see what Malik Willis can do in Miami. We'll see how it goes.
It's going to be certainly a wild ride, but I feel like with new coaching changes, new management and stuff like that, I feel like they'll be on the right path eventually. Right. But right now, though, oh my gosh, it's going to be a dumpster fire, especially with Tyreek Hill out the door now. Who knows where Jalen Waddle's going to be?
Yeah. But honestly, what is their receiver room?
And what is their receiver room? But I will say that Willis A-Chain RPO is going to be very fun to watch.
It is going to be fun to watch. I'm excited to see that. Now, isn't A-Chain on the last year of his rookie contract?
I think he is, yes.
So
hopefully he doesn't ball out too much, because then he's going to have to get paid.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Miami's going to be able to afford that, so we'll just have to wait and see. There was some other NFL crazy news. Obviously, the Cardinals have made moves, too. That's my team. I don't want to get into it, really, but let's just say we have Gardner Minshew Mania, baby.
Would you rather have him or Jacoby Brissett as a starter?
Jacoby, because Jacoby will win us enough games, but also lose us enough games to get a higher draft pick next year.
And Gardner Minshew also is coming off a torn ACL.
Exactly. So I actually, and this is going to shock you, Lucas was upset when I said this on the phone. I would not be mad if they traded for this backup quarterback, Will Levis. I would not be mad at all, because I think he would fit in Arizona's system perfectly. Not as a franchise guy, but as a backup. I wouldn't mind him as a backup at all in Arizona. Mr. Mayo, bring him on in.
I didn't even think of that, but I actually don't hate the idea.
Yeah, like I can just see it. You know what I mean? Like I can't really explain it, but I can just see Levis in an Arizona uniform.
Yeah, I don't hate that. And now that Tennessee brought in Trubisky as the backup, I don't.
You're starting to see the vision now.
Yeah. Look, I will go against Mitch Trubisky for the rest of time. Because of how much he scarred me as for being the Steelers starter. He was horrible here. Generationally horrible. But yeah, I mean, Levis could definitely be on the move. Obviously, he didn't play at all last season. And that wasn't even because Ward balled out. That Tennessee team was awful. Cam Ward was decent, but the Tennessee team overall was awful. But Will Levis missed the entire season with, I don't even remember what his injury was.
It was like an elbow or something.
Yeah.
Something on his arm.
Yeah, so...
Levis in Arizona. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, why not?
Let's make it happen. Why not? The other names I saw floating around was Zach Wilson, which I'm like, let's not. And then Jimmy Garoppolo was another one, and I'm like, I don't want porn star Jimmy on our team, respectfully.
Porn star
Respectfully. Jimmy. You never heard that nickname, porn star Jimmy?
No.
I think Stephen A. said it a while ago.
Oh, my God. Well, that tracks. That tracks.
I mean, he got the porn stash. I mean, kind of goes. I've been calling him porn star Jimmy on this podcast for quite some time now.
I have literally never heard that before. I
would think Ryan Thielet would have said that at least once or twice. No?
Not on our show, at
least. Not on your show. Okay, well, there you have it. Porn star Jimmy. Back at it again. I try and come up with as many nicknames for the quarterbacks as I can. Like, there's Mr. Mayo, Will Levis. You got the Pastronaut, Josh Dobbs.
Yeah.
That was one. What else? There's obviously porn star Jimmy.
Honestly, I wouldn't even hate it if the Steelers brought back the Pastronaut.
Oh, brought back Dobbs?
He's going to be cheap, for one thing.
He'd be very cheap.
Yeah.
Where was he last year? Minnesota, right? Yeah, he was Minnesota end of the year. Where was it?
He was the backup for the
Patriots. Patriots. It was Patriots, yeah. Because it was him and DeVito. Tom DeVito. You're right. Minnesota's before.
Yeah. That's
crazy, actually. Who the hell's Minnesota going to get? I mean, they got J.J. McCarthy.
They got to get somebody.
Because McCarthy's not the answer. Let's be honest.
No.
Hell.
No. I said...
I don't think that picked up on the podcast, but we both heard exactly that. Welcome to Pittsburgh.
Welcome to Schittsburg. All right, that's going to be a fun walk to the car. I hope that clears up by the time I'm out of here.
It should.
Anyways, sorry to get off track.
That was crazy.
But I said from the get-go that Kyler Murray would fit perfectly in Minnesota.
Yes.
I think he would work well there. I mean, they shouldn't have let Darnold go. Let's just be honest. Sam Darnold should have signed a mega deal there. But he didn't. And J.J. McCarthy, oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, also on the market, you have his backup for like a quarter of the season, Carson Wentz.
That's another name that's floating around, yeah.
I don't like the idea of him in Arizona.
Who, Wentz?
Yeah.
What about the idea of him in Pittsburgh?
No. No. No.
Not at all?
No.
Not the slightest?
Not in the slightest. Well, also because he's coming off shoulder surgery.
Yeah.
And also, like, I don't like the way he plays.
I don't even know where Carson Wentz will fit at, respectfully, this year. Like, I really don't know. That's the one quarterback that I just don't see fitting anywhere.
Backup somewhere. I mean, maybe he could be a backup in Miami.
Oh, okay. Now I got the gears turning in my head now, yeah.
Maybe.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can even see Tampa, surprisingly, behind Mayfield.
Yeah, because Teddy's gone now.
Yeah, I could see Tampa, too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Those were the two teams that came to mind. But there's a lot more NFL news. Obviously, I'll be covering it the next couple weeks. You'll probably be covering it on your show as well.
Yeah, we'll be doing a lot next week. We'll be doing free agency grades. We'll be doing our winners and losers. Matt Palangi will be on our show.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah. He's going to rage bait the hell out of me and Thielet. I already know it.
Oh, he did it on this podcast, too. So. He teamed up with Lucas on last time and was making fun of me. So, yeah.
I think I watched like half that episode. I got to go back and watch the rest of it.
Yeah, they started the episode without me.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
They started without me, and I'm like, whoa. How are you going to start the podcast without me? Like,
without the founder of the show.
I started this podcast. Like, how are you going to do this to me, Lucas? Like, you just joined a year in, but it's like, it's whatever. Shout out to Matt Palangi. He's the resident Cowboys fan of Point Park University, along with Nicholas Brown.
Downtown Nick Brown.
I'm going to get in trouble for saying his name. We should probably stop. But bleep that name. You can edit it for me, Isaac.
I got you.
You're used to bleeping stuff out. But yeah, no, he will definitely please make fun of the Cowboys for me. Please make fun of the Cowboys free agency for me. Actually, maybe not, because they brought in Jalen Thompson from Arizona, and I actually like Jalen Thompson a lot. So
yeah, congratulations, you let go of your All-Pro. Well, let's just be honest, future Hall of Fame edge rusher for for Kenny Clark to start, and then for probably the most injury-prone edge rusher I think I've ever seen in my life, in Rashawn Gary. What is the plan? What is the plan here? I know you got Quinnen Williams at last year's trade deadline. That I like, but at the same time, what are you doing?
Respectfully, what are you doing? I don't know. I mean, I don't think they're gonna be in the Super Bowl.
I wonder if there's any additional free agency update.
That's actually what I was just about to check. We're gonna look at the good old Graham real quick, see if there's any updates. I was hoping that there would be like an Aaron Rodgers news or something like.
I was kind of hoping that would come up.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Clemens, 3-year deal with the Colts, former Jets player. That's really about the only thing I see going on right now.
Okay,
unless you have anything on your end.
Taking a look. Oh man, I'm not even getting service in here.
Wow, I see that the Vikings are heavy favorites about Murray.
The Colts extended Daniel Jones.
Okay, there we go. What, 2 years, right?
2 years, $88 million.
God damn, $88 million.
Look, yes, Daniel Jones played the best football of his career in Indianapolis, but now this is a Daniel Jones coming off a torn Achilles, and stop me if I'm going insane, but I feel like I've seen this movie before. when the Giants signed him to that massive deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's almost the same AAV.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about that.
There actually is one big piece of NFL news we totally forgot to cover, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like you're going to disagree with me actually on this one. So that's why I want to get your opinion on this first. Alec Pierce, record-breaking contract with the Colts.
Yeah.
Highest paid wide receiver in NFL history. How we feel? Because there's a lot of mixed feelings about this right now. And I feel like I'm in the minority on it.
I have very mixed opinions on it because I think he has the potential to be a great wide receiver. Mm-hmm. But last year was his first breakout year in year 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
So if he can do that again, then the contract's immediately worth it. But if it's like a lot of these huge contracts where it kind of goes the opposite way, That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I will say this. I feel like I'm in the minority here because I believe he's already great to the sense that he is the third most targeted receiver on his team, and he still had 2 explosive years back to back. I mean, last year was the one where he broke out, obviously, but the year before too was still pretty solid for a wide receiver 3. So
yeah,
and I think he is the best deep ball threat in the entire NFL, and I don't think it's close.
That's definitely an argument. His deep ball is really like his ability to catch deep ball is ridiculous. So
it's like backyard high school football all over again.
I do think the Colts do need to sign another depth receiver.
I agree with that. Yes,
honestly, I think a Calvin Austin would work pretty decent in their system.
Okay, you're cooking. I like that. I
think that would really be smart for like their wide receiver 3.
Yeah, because they don't need to go like big and on brand with like a name brand receiver. They just need to get somebody in there that can like take the workload off Pierce a little bit.
Plus, I think Shane Steichen would use him well. So, yeah, I think that would be smart. I really like what the Colts are building. You know, bringing in Sauce Gardner. You know, having Alec Pierce. Oh God, the Phillip Rivers saga was about the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was definitely interesting. Lucas was a big fan of that one. I just kind of sat back and enjoyed the ride.
Yeah, it was definitely cool. But at the same time, I'm just like, that was your only option?
So you're saying there's a chance Arizona can bring Kurt Warner out of retirement? You're saying there's a chance, Isaac. Is that what you're saying? Maybe.
How old is Kurt Warner?
Probably in his 50s, but we can make it work. I mean, Carson Palmer there. I'll take that too.
Carson Palmer, yeah.
I'll take Palmer too. Anybody but Josh Rosen. Yeah. Let's make it happen. Or Sam Bradford.
Oh,
or
God.
John Skeleton. Or Drew Stanton. I can keep going on, but I'm not going to.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, let's bring someone in.
Yeah. Go ahead and do it. Or you could just sign Joe Flacco.
No. No, thank you. No, thank you. I forgot about Joe Flacco, actually. I would rather have Case. Would I rather have Case Keenum? I know he just re-signed with wherever he's at.
Yeah.
No, thanks. I don't want
Chicago?
Either. Yes, it was Chicago because I think they're shipping off Bagent.
Yeah.
Which I heard. That's another one I wouldn't mind in Arizona as a backup.
He wasn't bad.
No, undrafted out of what? Like a D2 school? Yeah, hell yeah. I'll sign him. Sign me up for that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be remiss if I didn't mention this too. I know I'm not really the biggest basketball aficionado here, but there was history that was made, and I feel like it's best that we cover it. Bam Adebayo, 83 points. Breaking Kobe's record, second all-time behind Wilt now. On a random Tuesday night against the Washington Wizards, who would have thought? What's your thoughts on this, Isaac? I'm impressed.
3 words. What the hell?
Yeah.
I don't even think the Heat are that great of a team.
They're not.
So, like, I don't follow the NBA that closely. I try to keep up with that as much as I can. Mm-hmm. Weirdly enough, for being, someone who's on the East side, I'm a Golden State Warriors fan.
Oh, okay. Warriors.
So
Curry, I'm assuming?
Yeah, very big Curry fan. But I don't keep up with it that much.
Uh-oh. Amber Alert or something.
Tornado warning.
Oh, great.
Fun. And I have 2 phones.
Oh, you got 2 phones. I was going to say, is my phone going off too? Or is...
Shut up.
Man, this episode is all over the place today. First we had some dude some crackhead yelling outside. Now we got a tornado warning.
Fun.
What is this, Oklahoma? My gosh. What are we in Joplin, Missouri? What the fuck?
That's 2 in the past week.
I don't know if you know the Joplin story. That tornado was insane.
Oh, God.
Yeah. That shit was awful. Anyway, where were we? No, not Joe Flacco. We're not talking about Joe Flacco again. Shit.
Bam Adebayo.
Bam Adebayo. That's what we're talking about. There we go. 83 points.
Yeah. It was unbelievable. Like, I need to go back and watch the highlight tape, but I mean, like, it was crazy enough a couple years ago when Donovan Mitchell had that 71-point game.
Yeah.
This is on another level. Like, how is a team's defense that bad?
Mm-hmm.
For one thing, and how is one man that good? And like Bam Adebayo, he's a good player. I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer, but he's a Hall of really good.
Oh yeah. I here's my thoughts on. Again, I'm also kind of in the same boat as you. I don't really keep up with the NBA as much, but I try and follow as closely as I can. I was very impressed because not many people can edge their name and say that they have done that. 83 points is insane. And I see so many people out there online are saying, oh, well, if these 3 players were not out, Bam wouldn't have this many points. Or, oh, if it wasn't the Washington Wizards with Trae Young on the bench, he wouldn't have had this. Or, oh, if it wasn't for this amount of free throws that were taken or this amount of 3 points. It doesn't matter. 83 points is 83 points. I mean, are we really going to sit up here and act like that is not great? Come on now, people.
Exactly.
It's 83 fucking points.
It's 83 points. Like, there's no way you can say that's not an incredible feat.
There are some colleges that struggled to score 83 points themselves.
Yeah, including not to diss our own school, but that preseason game against the Terps.
Oh, ugly. That was an ugly game.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it, but our good friend, what was it, Matt on call for it? I think. Yeah.
I think he was.
Yeah, shout out to Matt. I think it was Matt and Tyler Beck, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but I think it was a women's game actually.
It was Park Women's.
Yeah, I think it was like 100 to 25.
Holy hell!
It was bad.
Got their ass kicked.
Yeah, it was ugly. But
shout out to Bam, man.
Yeah, I got a friend that goes to Maryland, so I wasn't hearing the end of that. But
oh gosh,
yeah,
phone on silent after that one.
Yep.
Yeah, but no, shout out to Bam Adebayo. That was big. I feel like the last sport I want to cover with you today, Isaac, is the one that I've been saving for last. I see the gear that you have on.
Yeah,
You're repping the Pens.
I got the shirt. I got the hat. I got the ID badge.
Little ID. You're literally all in Pens gear. You're ready to go. I know you also work with the Pirates. Do you mind filling us in on what exactly you do with the Pittsburgh Penguins first?
Yeah, so I'm currently interning for the Pittsburgh Penguins radio network, primarily doing their social media editing. So all the booth cams that you see if you follow at Penguins Radio Network on Instagram or at Penguins Live on Twitter. I'm never gonna call it X. Screw off. But
I feel you.
Yeah, Penguins Live on Twitter or Facebook. Those booth cams that you see with the camera on top and then the play on the bottom, that's me shooting those, editing those. I'm handling those from top to bottom, except minus the actual posting. That's the executive producer, Jacob Lassner. Shout out to you, Jacob. Shout out to everybody that this has been probably the most fun experience of my career so far. From working with my team with the radio, working with all the part-timers, including Megan Lukic from Have a Shift Day. She's been a lot of fun to work with. But also, as part of the internship, we also have to do we also sign a group project, and we'll be presenting that next month. And just this team that I am working with, I can't say enough. It's just unbelievable how amazing. It's me, Jake Levinsky, and then 2 other incredibly talented women that work in the business office, also interns. I'm not going to say their names just out of respect for their privacy.
Totally
but they have been unbelievable to work with. So just shout out to the entire team at the Pittsburgh Penguins. It's been a hell of a ride. We've got a little over a month and change to go. Wow, that was a phrase that just came out of my mouth. Just mindless. Anyways, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So I do help out on the production side a little bit. When we're at the arena for home games, we'll be working the pre and post game show. That's a 2-team effort because you need to have it controlled through iHeartRadio over in Bridgeville, PA. That's where the main studio hub is. And then you have from our end in PPG Paints Arena, you have to control the volume. You have to run the board. So that's one thing, and it's a ton of fun to do. Like I really have enjoyed working on the radio production side.
I love how Point Park gives so many opportunities for that. I mean, the Penguins, they're so close. I know there's a lot of students here that go to Pirates games and do work with the Pirates too. Steelers, obviously. It's a great opportunity. I'm happy for you, man. I got to ask, though, about the team itself. I don't know how much you can speak on it with your affiliation with the Penguins, but what's your thoughts on the team overall themselves?
I'm surprised that they're doing as well as they are. Now, there's a lot of injuries that have started to creep up, which is not great at this point of the season. Our last game last night was our 10th shootout loss of the season. That's not great. We have the most overtime losses in the entire league, which for those that don't know hockey, the way it's different in every league. So in the NHL, you have your wins, you have your losses, and then you have your overtime losses. And those are all, the season standings are calculated by points. So win is 2 points, a loss is no points, and then an overtime loss is 1 point or the loser point. Pity point, as some people seem to call it. But that's how that works. And yes, the Penguins have 15 loser points this season. Helps them out in the standings, but now we are tied for second place in our division with the New York Islanders. I have a personal vendetta against the New York Islanders. 2021, people don't forget.
Oh, yeah. It took me a second. I was about to ask why, and then I was like, never mind.
Yep. But if this team that, let's be honest, a lot of us close to the Penguins thought they were just going to bottom out and be like bottom 5 in the league, makes the playoffs, that's a win in itself.
Yeah, I mean, how many years now have they missed the playoffs? 2, 3?
3.
3 years in a row. And then, correct me if I'm wrong, the 3 years prior to that were all first-round exits, 1 to the Rangers and 2 to the Islanders back
Yeah,
to back.
so they had 2022, they had the Game 7 loss to the Rangers. That hurt.
That series was painful to watch.
It was painful to watch because our number one goalie at the time, Tristan Jarry, who had an incredible season that year, absolutely unbelievable season, gets hurt with like a month to go in the regular season. Wow, I'm speaking very well. Broke his foot, so that was a long road to recovery. So then we had Casey DeSmith.
Oh, my boy.
Oh,
don't forget about my other boy.
Yeah. And then Mr. Spicy Pork and Broccoli, Louis Domingue.
Louis Domingue, baby, let's go.
Yeah. So game 1 that season, that game goes to triple overtime. Yeah. In the first overtime, Casey DeSmith pulls his groin, ends up being out for the season after core muscle surgery, which was hell. And then he also, the next time he would make the playoffs would be 2 seasons later with Vancouver. The same fucking injury. I'm not kidding. So then Louis Domingue has to come in and start basically the rest of the season. Tristan Jarry came back for Game 7 and was bad. Let's just call him what he was. He was bad. But Louis Domingue played as good as he could for being the third stringer and getting like 2 starts the entire season.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, he won games 3 and 4 by a wide margin, but that was also because the team scored 14 goals in those 2 games. Mm-hmm. So, I guess they need to do that.
A lot of work to do. But hey, I mean, shout out to the Pens for being at least second in the standings. I was a little surprised when I saw that myself as someone who has not kept up with hockey as much as I would have liked to this year.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting. Coming into the season, I wasn't like super sold on a lot of the free agent signings, but pretty much every single free agent signing has worked out. You've got Anthony Mantha having just one of the best years I've ever seen. From Anthony Mantha last season in Calgary, mm-hmm. He played 13 games and then tore his ACL.
Wow.
He's come back this season and his now has, I think, 24 goals off an ACL tear. Just think about that. It's unbelievable. Like, he's about to break his career high.
Wow.
Like,
that's what we need.
Yeah. So, and then you have Justin Brazeau, who, yes, has had some injury problems, but he's been playing really well, really trying to prove himself as an undrafted guy. You've got this fourth line of, I'm just calling it the fourth line of destiny. You have Noah Chari, Connor Dewar, Blake Lizotte, all just playing out of their minds, looking like the best fourth line in the league. Statistically, it is the best fourth line in the league. I think they have like 60 points combined on that fourth line. Wow. So it's really, really fun to watch. Like I'm excited to see what this team can do. Just please don't bottom out. Also, yes, Sidney Crosby's hurt.
Yeah, I feel like that's the elephant in the room here.
There are reports he could come back within this 5-game road trip. He's traveling with the team, which is always a good sign. But right now, for these next 2 games in Vegas and Utah, they are playing both without Sidney Crosby, who's out due to a lower body injury, and Evgeny Malkin, who got suspended for slashing Buffalo Sabres captain Rasmus Dahlin in the neck.
Yeah, I saw that one on Instagram. That was interesting for sure.
Yeah. I don't know what the thought process was there. He's got 2 more games to go on that suspension, so we'll see how that goes. But hopefully they just don't bottom out. That's all I need.
Well, we can only hope, but at least the Penguins are doing better than they were a couple years ago. I will take that over any day, especially better than the Pirates right now. I don't even want to talk about the Pirates. That's how, yeah.
I'm hoping that, the moves of Ozuna and O'Hearn help.
Yeah, but
we'll see.
We'll see. Pirates are going to pirate, but we need somebody in the city to finally win something. I feel like, the Riverhounds just... The
Riverhounds just won the USL Championship. You can't discount that. I'll just say, I don't know a damn thing about soccer. So
I don't either.
So I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool. What is that?
What is that? What's this card? And whenever I called a couple soccer games at Point Park, I was awful at it. I'll be honest, because I don't know shit about soccer. Thank goodness I was put with McKenna Smith, because McKenna carried the broadcast. McKenna, if you're listening, shout out to you.
Shout out to you, McKenna.
You are amazing when it comes to the soccer broadcast. I've listened to a couple this year, but I did not do well. I will happily stick to professional wrestling. That is my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Isaac, I do have one last question before we end things off today. Technically, this isn't an interview. Usually I do interviews on Sundays. You're here as a weekly guest, which I do appreciate you so much for coming on. But you're still a guest, so I'm going to ask you the question that I ask every guest on the podcast. And it's not a sports question whatsoever.
Okay.
What is the favorite restaurant? Favorite place to grab a meal? I am a foodie. I'm respectfully kind of a fat ass, and I love to eat. It doesn't look like it, but I love to eat. So,
are we just talking local places here in Pittsburgh?
Sure, why not? We'll keep it Pittsburgh themed.
One really good spot that I absolutely love up in Shadyside called the Urban Tap.
Okay, you're not the first who said that.
Yeah, absolutely love it. The one over in Shadyside has a wall with about 100 different beer taps.
Oh, you're speaking my language now.
It is absolutely sick. They also have another location, the South Side, that may have had a rat problem on the bar recently. But we won't go into detail on that. But absolutely amazing place. It's so much fun to hang out. It's a really cool atmosphere. The other night, it was warm, so they had the windows open. You had their outdoor seating. It's just it's on South Highland Avenue, kind of just bordering on East Liberty. So yeah, awesome place.
Was there a go-to menu item on there, or like go-to favorite food you got?
Well,
or you just there for the drinks?
Well, I'm there for the drinks for one thing, but if you want to get started early, they have a amazing. I'm a big pretzel fanatic.
Oh, okay.
So they've got the giant pretzel as one of the appetizers. Probably the best beer cheese I've ever had.
Better than Permanis?
Yeah.
Okay. I've only really had Permanis. So.
I am not a big Permanis fan because, like, I don't know. I can't convince myself to eat one of the sandwiches. It just looks like a lot. Like, it's probably good, but anytime I've ever went to Permanis, I usually just go to the one at the waterfront, which is not really as crazy. And normally I just end up getting wings when I'm there. So
I see, it's so hit or miss with Permanis with some people. Some people love it. Some people think it's either too stereotypical or too Pittsburgh themed.
Yeah. I'm
a Permanis guy. I like it. I'm going to probably get crucified for saying this, but I'm not a slaw guy whatsoever.
Oh, me neither.
I can't do slaw.
No.
I'm sorry.
No, absolutely not.
I take the slaw off, but everything else, I'll put the french fries on the burger. Hell yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, why not?
That sounds amazing.
I'm actually really not much of a burger guy.
You're not? That's literally all I eat. Burgers and fries, honestly.
I do chicken sandwiches to no end. Like fried, hot honey, Nashville hot. I'm all for it.
That's your go-to.
Yeah.
Love to see it. Well, Isaac, I do appreciate you so much for taking the time to come down here today amid the tornado warning apparently that we have going on outside and
whatever the fuck was going on out there.
Yeah, I don't know what chaos that was. But thank you for coming on and talking some ball with me. I do want to give you the chance for the final words. Anything you want to leave with the listeners, socials where they can find you at? Obviously, Thielet and Graves will be down in the description below.
Yeah, so you can subscribe to Thielet and Graves podcast. We post new episodes every Thursday, minus this week because it's spring break. But we also have our Twitter, our Instagram, our TikTok, where we post a little bit. And then you can find me personally over on, I have my own YouTube channel that I post, that I really don't post a ton at the moment because of classes and everything. But you can find me, it's just my name, Issac Graves. And then you can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and also check out my photography page, IG Squad Photo. So over on Instagram.
Well, there you go. I'll try and leave all the links to those down below so everyone go check you out. Well, thank you again so much for coming on, Isaac, and thank you all so much for tuning into another episode. Make sure you stay tuned for this Sunday. I have a brand new interview with one of my broadcast colleagues over at IWC Wrestling, Dominic D'Angelo, who, let's just say, is going to give me a hard time. I'm glad I had you on for a nice breather this week, Isaac. He is going to be a lot to handle on Sunday, so very obnoxious, very obnoxious. But make sure you stay tuned for that. I'm Austin Carnes. It's Issac Graves. I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.